Good morning, Tuesday, September 23rd, Dinger Tuesday in the MLB. Another great weekend. Blessed to be around, blessed to have you guys viewing the stream. If you have not subscribed, liked, and or commented on this video yet for this Tuesday breakdown in the MLB, make sure you do so right now. And welcome to the family, I guess, if you are subscribing for the first time. Home run parlay of the day at the bottom of the screen. We're going with just all chalk here. Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber, Aaron Judge, and Shohei Ohtani. One final Dinger Tuesday. Why not make it one final chalk Dinger Tuesday with all the big names? It feels right. It feels right. And as you'll see as we go through this stream, the data backs it up. As always, shout out Kalshi. You can see at the bottom of the screen. If you haven't signed up for Kalshi yet, make sure you go do so. Prediction market. Number one prediction market on the internet, in my opinion. They got it all. I've been crushing it on Kalshi. My ROI on Kalshi, for some reason, is actually insane. I don't know why. Asia, thank you for the follow on TikTok. I appreciate it. We are live also on TikTok and Twitch. So if you do see me talking to the chat and you're watching this on YouTube and you're confused, that's because I'm talking to people who are in the live stream. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. I don't know if you probably have noticed by now that we aren't really doing like live streams on the weekends. It's for a couple reasons. Number one, does not really make sense to go live on the weekends. I'm way too busy with football. And baseball games start really early while there's football. So like there's just not really a point to be going over baseball games when there's football on. So I haven't been streaming on the weekends. For that, I do stream on TikTok on the weekends though and go over kind of like fantasy football Q&A. So that is pretty fun. So if you want to follow me over on TikTok, you can do that. Someone in the chat said, how did your projections go for yesterday's game? Good, I guess. I mean, the biggest advantage play in the game was the Lions to cover 4.5 points. So I did take that. Think the Reds make the postseason? Yeah, I do. I think they will. I'd be shocked if they didn't at this point. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's jump into this baseball model. Let's see kind of what we're looking at. Brewers sold me last night. There's no reason to be taking the Brewers at this point of the year, man. They clinched the division. I don't know if you saw. They were getting wasted. They had like champagne and beer going everywhere all night. You guys were partying. And then they had to travel to San Diego from St. Louis. Oof. And then start the game at what their body clock said was 10 p.m. See, those are the things that you got to just like look for. You know what I mean? Those are like the unmodelable factors that happen. So you got to be, at this time of year especially, you got to be a little, like, I can't be, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I haven't taken a baseball play 4 days, 5 days, no, probably a week now. I don't think I've taken a baseball play since last Tuesday. You're at the end of the year. It's just, there's not really a whole lot. I mean, I'm guessing this is probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream just because it's September call-ups, teams that are competing for nothing. Let me get the playoff standings up just to make sure we can completely verify who's still competing and who just doesn't care anymore. Let's see. Wild card standings. Actually, let's look at division standings real quick. Is there any close division races? Yankees, Blue Jays, 2 games. Guardians, Tigers is only a game. That's crazy. You know what? I posted a video. I don't remember where I posted it. Rowdy Rhymes. Yo, what's up? How's everyone doing today? We're doing good, man. How are you doing? Thanks for the follow. I posted a video earlier, like at the All-Star break, ranking every team, and I had the Guardians in like the top 10, I think. And they were under 500. And I was like, just wait, man. They're going to come back. They're a good team. I think they're going to make a good push into the playoffs. They almost went to the World Series last year. So that actually came true. Mariners, okay. Astros 3 games back. Okay, and then the NL, Phillies already locked it up. Brewers already locked it up. And then Dodgers already, I'm not locked up. They're only up 2.5 on the Padres. Okay. So, in the wild card, teams we need to be looking out for that are still alive. Astros, Guardians, Rangers, okay. And then Reds, Mets, D-backs. Kind of Cardinals, but mainly Reds, Mets, and D-backs. All right. Yeah, no, I feel you, Ryzen. It's just very hard at this point of the year where you got teams that are like already locked in and just they're not playing their best players or they're partying because they secured a division and they have to travel. Like that Brewers one. That's crazy. First of all, I don't know, were the Brewers favored last night? I know on my model I had it basically a 50-50, both scoring like 3 runs. But it was, to be fair, it was 3-3, and it went into extra innings. And the sim had it at 3-3, like 3.5 to 3.4, something like that, right? But regardless, it had it projected about 3-3, and it was 3-3, and it headed into extra innings. So I guess whatever happens in extra innings, it's kind of from there. But Orioles Rays here. I mean, this is another battle of two teams that are eliminated. Neither of these teams have anything to play for. I'm pretty sure most of these guys just want to go home. Realistically, yeah, like probably want to go home. Doing good. You hit on your 10-unit Mega Max last night. Nice. Been on fire with NFL. So have I. My Kalshi is up. Let me see what percent my Kalshi is. Let me do the math real quick. Kalshi, by the way, I reserve that just for like straights and like multiple unit plays, right? No lays on Kalshi. So we are up 246%. 246% on the NFL so far on Kalshi. So I'll take that all day. All right. Let's keep going through this though. Rays, Orioles. I mean, I just don't think it's a good idea to be taking MLs right now. I really don't. Not this time of the year. Two teams that are eliminated, Ryan Pepio versus Dean Kremer. I mean, home run-wise, Brandon Lowe could get into one. Pitch mix doesn't look great here. StatCast for Brandon Lowe against righties, though. 92 average exit velo, 45% hard hit rate, 15% barrel rate. Those aren't bad. 40% fly ball rate's really good, actually. But I don't mind Brandon Lowe here. I really don't. Yo, Valentine, I'm going through game by game, man. We'll get to it. You went 4 for 6 in your NFL lot. Yeah, I know. I was pretty close. The wide receivers I got opposite. Amon-Ra actually went over, and what's his head? Zay went under. I was pretty certain Amon-Ra was not going to get over that number, though. To be fair, he got a 20-yard catch with a minute left, and that's what put him over. He was at like 50 yards with a minute and a half left in the game. So I guess props to him for getting a big play there at the end, but Zay was the only real bad read, like question mark. Only 2 catches the whole night. I don't know why. Like, you had other wide receivers. They had that Walton guy, whoever it was, going for like 60 yards. Like, just, I don't know. Zay was not involved in the offense yesterday whatsoever. So that was really the only bad read on that slip. Amon-Ra, just props to him for getting a last-minute catch to clear it, but I thought we were going 5 for 6. The 2 anytime touchdowns, though, I got clowned for the Mark Andrews pick all day long, and of course it hits. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns. Wasn't surprised by that. His red zone targets are really high this year, and also the Lions allow a lot of touchdowns to tight ends. So I don't know why people were trying to clown me over a Mark Andrews anytime touchdown, but trust the data, man. Don't trust the feelings. Too many people are emotional because Mark Andrews didn't do well for them in the past. Anyways, Rays, Orioles, really only play there is Brandon Lowe for a home run, I guess, but Tigers, Guardians. Now, this is a banger of a game, a banger of a series. This is one all eyes need to be on this one. This is going to be playoff. This is quite literally a playoff series right now. This series right here is quite literally playoff baseball. Yo, Dallas, thank you for the follow, and EJ, thank you for the follow. On TikTok, that is. This is playoff baseball. This is for the division. Whoever wins this series essentially wins the division. So, lock in. Tarek Skubal versus Gavin Williams. I mean, clearly there is an advantage on the pitching matchup here for the Tigers. We have them with a 57% chance to win this game. There's actually, I mean, Guardians are plus 134, so not really much value on the Guardians here, but this should be a really good game. 7 total runs, predicting it to be pretty low scoring. Skubal for 8 strikeouts, Gavin Williams for 6. You can look right here and see for yourself. These pitch mixes against Skubal are just zeros. I mean, Jose Ramirez has a 3. There you go. Best matchup you're going to find here is Jose Ramirez with a 3 out of 10 rating on this pitch mix matchup. So, not great. He's the best you got. But, I mean, I don't know how you take a batter in this game, really. Playoff baseball is historically extremely low scoring. It's going to come down to like 1 or 2 timely hits. The guys who I would like to get those hits today, Riley Green. Probably just Riley Green. Kerry Carpenter's a little too low. Only 16% chance. 262 batting average. 449 for Riley Green on the pitch mix isn't horrible. It's not great. It's a neutral matchup, as you can see right there. Cannot say that I'm overly excited about him, but I do think that he would be the guy today to maybe come through for this team. 70% hard hit rate, last 20 batted balls versus right-handed pitching. 93 exit velo, 50% fly ball rate. So yeah, Riley Green looks pretty solid today from the StatCast perspective, but yeah, he's really the guy who I think is going to probably be clutch here. Look at strikeouts in this one real quick. Pitcher strikeouts. Skubal 7.5. Yeah, I mean Skubal, I do think he goes for 8. Strikeout rate on the year for him, 32%. Very, very good. Elite. 2.49% home run per total fly ball. Decent. Walk rate's really good. So yeah, I don't think the Tigers are worth it on the ML, but I do think that there are some decent options like Skubal for strikeouts and Riley Green to get hits, runs, and RBIs. Pirates Reds 50-50 matchup here. Oviedo versus Brady Singer. Realistically here, this is kind of very important game for the Reds. There's absolutely no weight in this one for Pirates. Pirates have nothing to play for here except to just spoil a division rival's playoff dreams, I guess. I wouldn't mind. I don't know, man. I don't know how you take either of these teams here either. Reds have to win, but they don't really have much of an advantage on the pitching side here. So it really depends, like, how long are the Pirates going to let Oviedo go in this game? Are they going to give him a full outing? Are they going to pull him early because they want to just rest him for next year? I think they give him a full outing. They did last time he pitched, so it does look like the Pirates are going to give him a good run today. But once again, pitch mix ratings are pretty tough here, and Brady Singer is going to be pitching. He's going out there today to essentially throw the best game of his life. That's his goal. They need to win this game. The Reds need to win this game. So I kind of like the Pirates to play spoiler today. I don't mind it. If they're going to have to be out there, they might as well try. But I just don't know where they're going to get run production from. Pretty bad pitch mixes against him. The team itself is pretty bad. So there's nobody that's jumping off the page here and screaming elite matchup for the Pirates. But then again, same thing for the Reds. I mean, I just don't see it. I just don't really see it. Let's try to focus in. You know what? I'm going to shift this up. I'm not going to go through all these games that don't matter. I'm going to try to focus on games that really do matter, and then just look at players from a top-down perspective. I think that's probably a better option here. Yeah, let's go that route. So games that would matter. Let's see. Pirates, Reds, kind of. Marlins, Phillies doesn't matter. White Sox, Yankees kind of matters. Red Sox, Jays kind of matters. Nats, Braves doesn't matter. Mets, Cubs kind of matters. This is interesting slate, man. This time of year is always just so brutal. Just so brutal in every sport. You see it in the NBA, you see it in the NFL. End of the season is always full of just games that don't mean anything. Twins, Rangers, Texas. I mean, yeah, it matters for Texas, but they're 5 games back. I don't know how they're. I think Texas possibly can get eliminated today too, and without their own doing. They're 5 games back. There's no way. Texas has pretty much a 0% chance to make the playoffs. Royals, Angels, same thing. Royals are 6 games back. There's no shot. It doesn't matter what happens here. Yeah, they got to win, but Dodgers, D-backs. This one matters a little bit actually. This one actually does matter. Dodgers, D-backs matters because Dodgers only have a 2-game lead over the Padres, and the D-backs are 1 game back from a playoff spot. So this one looks pretty interesting. I do like Shohei to hit a home run today. I do like the Dodgers to win this game. Shohei's also on the mound. Got decent numbers here. Only 1 home run against him, but 4 for 15 is not bad in this pitching matchup. With Shohei pitching on the other side, I'm not sure that I really. I don't think the D-backs have much of a chance here. You tell Marte, no one's above a 5 on the pitch mix. Shohei strikeout 6.71. Let's look at this game real quick and see what the lines are. Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Strikeouts for Ohtani. He's sitting at 5.5. Yeah, I like him to clear that realistically. Strikeout rate this year for Ohtani is 32%. Very high. He's in line with Skubal. Farik Skubal. Same line there. 32.53% strikeout rate. Arizona doesn't strike out that much, though. Only 23rd most in the MLB. They do strike out 8 times per game, but not a very high rate. Yeah, for this game, I think I generally would like to focus much more on the Dodgers than the D-backs. You're not going to find too much value on the D-backs today, but on the Dodgers, pretty much everybody in the top 4 here, Muncy, Freeman, Mookie, and Shohei, all look pretty good. Plus 18, 946. There you go. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Muncy and Freeman, all of these guys for hits, runs, and RBIs look pretty solid. I mean, Muncy probably not that great, but I really like Shohei to hit one out today. Versus right-handed pitching, 60% hard hit rate, 96 average exit velo, 40% fly ball. Let's look at the last 10. 70%, 98. Yeah, Shohei's going deep today. He's got 3 barrels here, and look at the last 5. 2 barrels in his last 5 batted balls. Plus, he's got a favorable pitching matchup or pitch mix matchup here. I really like Shohei today. I rarely like Shohei this much, but I do like him today. Usually I just don't find him worth it. But today I do. Today I really do. So yeah, this is another really good game. I mean, let's look at the value on the Dodgers too. Minus 166. It's fair value, but the Dodgers are going to win this one. Shohei looks great. Yurfie looks pretty good. 9 total runs, possibly even 10. This is a great game to focus in on today for player props all over the Dodgers today. Another game, I guess, the Mets. Problem is, I don't think the Mets are going to win this one. Mets need to win this game. I don't think they will. Minus 108, minus 108. I'd be more so on the Cubs today. David Peterson going up against Cade Horton. Yeah, I think the Cubs win this game in a very low-scoring game. 7.56 runs. Not a whole lot here for the Mets who are in a must-win situation, realistically. I think the Cubs crush their dreams here. There's not really any player props to take. I just wanted to focus on this one overall. But I do think the Cubs win this one. I think they're decent value. And both teams kind of have something to play for here. Cubs can't really do much in terms of the standings. They're kind of locked into that 3 seed right now. There's a chance they could lose that to the Padres. It's unlikely. Actually, they're fighting against the Dodgers for that 3 seed too still. Yeah, they are fighting with the Dodgers for that 2 seed. They're tied. So I guess, yeah, the Cubs do have something to play for here. So, yeah, I think the Cubs are pretty good value. Acuna Harris, 3+ hit run RBIs. Devers, 3+ around 2+ Yelich, 3+. Machado, Ahern, Turang, strikeout. Wow. It's a wild play. What app is that, Jay Caesar? It's the one that is on my profile. I built this app. Looks cool. Yeah, anybody can use it. Yeah, it's on my profile. If you want to use it, you can. It's there. Let's see what other games have any sort of meaning. Oh yeah, Red Sox, Blue Jays. This one has a little bit of meaning in the fact that the Blue Jays are fighting for that 1 seed. Red Sox are pretty secure for a playoff spot, but this one's more important, I guess, for the Blue Jays to maintain over the Yankees. Blue Jays negative 107, minus 107. Man, I'd rather be on the Red Sox on this game, honestly. Pitch mix here, Duran looks pretty good. So does Alex Bregman. George Springer has a good rating. Varsho's okay. Loperfito's okay. I'd much rather be on the Red Sox in this must-win game for the Blue Jays. I just think that this is a good one for interdivisional play to kind of play spoiler here. This is a must-win game for the Blue Jays, realistically. I mean, If they don't win it, the Yankees are most likely going to win, so it's only going to be one game for that spot, that top spot. Man. Man. Yeah, Blue Jays are going to be... I kind of like taking some of these teams to play spoiler. I really do. Some good value on them, too, at least. Like, plus 140 for the Red Sox. I mean, that's not bad at all. Not a whole lot in terms of player props that I love for home runs. Like, Dalton Varsho's okay, I guess, but Springer's probably going to do something. He's going to get some hits, runs, and RBIs. I like Duran a lot to get hits, runs, and RBIs. Same with Bregman, but yeah, Red Sox there, too. Yankees over the White Sox. This should not be a struggle for the Yankees. Yankees should win this game pretty easily. 60% chance they win this one. I'd be surprised if they don't. I also really like Judge for a homer today, or Grisham, or Giancarlo Stanton. I'm going to ride with Judge. I think today's a chalk day. I'm hoping today's a chalk day. I really am hoping today's a chalk day. You know, guys like Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber, Shohei Ohtani, all in a decent spot to hit home runs. It's like the last Dinger Tuesday of the season. It just feels right that we're going to end the season on a day where all the big names hit a homer. It just feels right. Because we haven't had a day like that in quite some time. It's been a bit since that's happened. So I do like the big dogs today to eat. Tigers, Guardians. I have the Tigers eking that one out. I don't think they're worth it. I don't think they have good value at their price point. What I do think is that Skubal looks good for strikeouts, and there's not really any batters that you're going to want to touch in that pitching matchup. It's going to be a banger of a series. It's a playoff series. It's going to be pretty low scoring. So, yeah. Yo, T, thank you for the follow. Rockies, Mariners, I mean, they don't have anything to play for here in this one, but I do like a lot of these guys, like Cal Raleigh, Eugenio Suarez to hit homers. They look pretty good here against McCade Brown. McCade Brown's home run rate, 3.23% of total batters faced. That's gone down. McCade Brown used to have like a 6% home run rate, but, you know, he's kind of new, so obviously it's going to go down after every start if he has a good game. But still, 3% still pretty high against this slugging team on the Mariners. I like some of these big dogs to eat. Suarez or Raleigh. But I'm going to go with Raleigh. I think the big dogs eat today. I really do. Let's look at the leaderboard. Let's see. So, yeah, you can see it right here. Home run probabilities, top probabilities. Cal Raleigh, Suarez, Ohtani, Schwarber, Giancarlo, Judge. Big dogs, man. That's why we're taking them. That's why I'm taking Raleigh, Schwarber, Judge, and Shohei. Dinger Tuesday, it just feels right. It just feels right. So, the data supports it. I like it. You got some other guys, too. Mickey Moniak could be a good play. Brandon Lowe could be a good play. Hunter Goodman could be a good play. Buxton maybe even could be a good play. There are some other guys, too, but I'm riding with the chalk guys today. Personally, I'm going to be riding with the chalk guys today. If we look at pitcher strikeouts, Cole Reagans, I mean, 36% strikeout rate's insane. He has been injured most of this year, so there's probably not too much consistency in his data. But he's going up against the number one strikeout team in the league. Angels strike out more than anybody, 10 times a game. So I do think that Cole Reagans probably eats today on strikeouts. Gausman, decent. I always like to look for the green matchups here. So Gausman for 6 could be a lot of guys for 6 strikeouts today. Holy cow. Holy cow. But Tariq Skubal for 8, Reagans for 9. Matchup for Tariq Skubal is not great, 17th. But Gausman's got a top 10 matchup. Reagans has the number 1 matchup. Gavin Williams has a top 5 matchup. Those are all pretty good. Pepio has a top 4 matchup. Those are pretty solid matchups. A lot of the bad matchups here, well, yeah, kind of towards the back. The really tough matchups are way back here, which is good. Good to see that. A lot of green towards the top, which is good. Zebby Matthews, McCade Brown probably get shelled a little bit for runs today as well. That's good to see. Buxton total bases. I do like that, obviously. We talked about Buxton having a decent shot at a home run, which means he probably also has a pretty good shot at total bases. Ohtani's next. Judge, Witt, Moniak. A lot of guys we talked about for home runs today. Ohtani, Judge, Moniak, right? These guys are all there. So, Brady Singer for strikeouts. Brady Singer doesn't Look, 5.67. He has a decent matchup. 8th best matchup here. Strikeout rate for him 22%, so it's not bad. 16 total outs projected. Yeah, I think Brady Singer goes for. I mean, 5's the kind of real only play. I would round down on that and say he gets 5, but there's a slight chance he could go up to 6 there. But yeah. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Nico Horner. Interesting. Nico. 358 batting average versus lefties. That makes sense. 4 homers versus lefties. 1.5 total bases per hit. If we look at his batted balls versus lefties, last 10. I mean, he's not hitting them hard. He's not barreling anything up, but out. So 4 outs in a row, but then 4 singles prior to that. So yeah, adds up. He's hitting about 400 versus lefties. Right in line with what he's got there. So Horner for hits, runs, and RBIs is number 1 overall today. Brandon Lowe, Springer, Buxton. A lot of these guys should clear their hits, runs, and RBIs numbers too. Bryce Harper. We'll see if Harper's in the top 30. No, he's not in the top 30. Harper's not in the top 30. Bryce Harper, 15% chance to hit a home run, 254. Projected hits, just under 1 projected hit. Hits, runs, and RBIs doesn't look good either. Pitch mix, 5 out of 10 is not terrible. Edward Cabrera's 3 for 7 versus him, 2 extra base hits. Those are good numbers. Versus righties. Look at his righties versus last 10. Oof. Okay, so this is kind of tough. He's trending in a pretty bad direction versus righties. Last 5 batted balls, only an average exit velocity of 75, only a 20% hard hit rate. 0 barrels, 0 fly balls. Last 10, okay, it's up to 86, still way lower than I'd like to see. Only a 10% barrel rate, only 40% hard hit rate, only 10% fly ball. Yikes. Last 20, okay, so if you expand it out a little bit further into the past, 25% fly ball, still not great. 40% hard hit rate, still not great. 90 exit velos, okay. You got to really kind of expand it back to see Harper consistency. I mean, he has a home run here, home run here, home run here, home run here. He's got some homers, but issue is his fly ball rate over his last 30 batted balls is only 26%. That means basically today, if he were to stay consistent with that number, 1 out of his 4 at-bats would he get it up in the air. And in order to hit a home run, you have to hit a fly ball. You cannot hit it's very rare you can hit a line drive. I don't even think you can hit a line drive home run. Based on the actual data classification of it. Maybe you can. But yeah, point being, only 1 of his 4 bats gets up in the air. I don't love that. So Harper, maybe he goes deep. Maybe he proves me wrong. A lot of you guys seem to be talking about him, but there's nothing from a data perspective that actually supports it. Maybe he does. Good home run weather here. I guess that's the biggest factor. Really good home run weather. I like Schwarber a lot more. I do like Schwarber a lot more. So I'm more inclined to be on Schwarber out of those two. If we go back to this leaderboard here for home run probability, Schwarber is top 5, 28%. 28% chance to hit a homer. So Cal Raleigh, Suarez, Ohtani also up there. So the big dogs are up there, man. The big dogs are up there. Faded, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Antonio Hernandez, thank you for the follow. Let's see here. Let's look at I don't know, maybe we can get creative. Let's look at RBIs today. Okay, so number 1 guy for RBIs. Band it out. RBIs here. Colson Montgomery, Joey Wiemer. Okay, that's just a small data point. Let's see how many at-bats Wiemer has. Probably 15. 25. Okay, so that's just not that many. Eugenio Suarez for an RBI. Okay, Schwarber for an RBI. Varsho, Lowe. I do like the Brandon Lowe. Home run play. Someone mentioned that. I do like it. He has one in this matchup. He's only 2 for 11. Whatever. It's a small 11 at bats isn't really enough to say it's terrible. The data here does support that he struggles against this guy, against Dean Kremer. 3.61 out of 10 rating on the pitch mix. You can see right here, he does beat him on the fastball. That's a good sign. So Brandon Lowe's much better than Dean Kremer is with fastballs. But where does he get beat? Splitter. So Dean Kremer has a pretty good splitter, actually, and Brandon Lowe really struggles against a splitter. So that's where he's going to struggle today in this matchup. If he gets fastballs, we like it. Let's look at fastball and let's look at splitter. Fastballs and splitters, last 20 here. 95 exit velo, 50% hard hit rate. If we go just to the splitter, He's only got 2 at bats, 79 exit velo, 0% hard hit. So it's not really enough of a sample size there. Yeah, I don't mind Brandon Lowe today for a home run. I really don't. I think he's decent. I got him top 10, 22% chance. So I could see why people are interested in Brandon Lowe. I really could. Let's see. Stolen bases. I haven't taken a stolen base play in a long time. Those were fun at one point, but now it's not really that interesting anymore. Walks. Ohtani to walk today. Devers to walk today. Who's Ohtani going up against that he might walk? Fott? Okay, Brandon Fott. Let's see what his walk rate is. It's only 4.84%, so I don't know if I like that. It's not high enough. Ohtani's walk rate's really high. I mean, Ohtani's walk rate is 23%. So, yeah, I can see why his projection's pretty high, but I don't know about it being good enough from a perspective of pitcher. Payante, what's his walk rate? 8.5. Okay, so it's about average. Still not high enough. Still not high enough. Doesn't look like really there's any pitchers on the mound today that are high walk rate guys, especially if we're not seeing anybody even projected over 1. Schwarber for a walk today. Let's see. Edward Cabrera. I don't think he has a high walk rate. Yeah, 7.73. So really not too much on the walk front, honestly. DeAndre, thank you for the follow. Who from the Reds will homer today? I don't really think anybody, honestly. Or at least somebody probably will, but I don't think there's no like data to support it. We look into that game one more time. First of all, Oviedo. Let's look at his numbers as a pitcher. 3% home run rate. Okay, so it's like a 0.5% less than league average. So it's pretty average, his home run rate. His walk rate's high. 12.88% walk rate for him is really high. So maybe actually on the Reds, somebody to walk is decent. The only problem is the Reds don't have a high walk rate. Like TJ Friedl, 20% or 15% walk rate, I guess. Friedl maybe, but home runs for the Reds, though. I mean, Noel V. Marte's got the best chance at 12%. That's nothing crazy. Oviedo's home run rate's just not really high enough. And these guys don't hit enough home runs. They don't hit enough consistent home runs to, like, say one of these guys is for sure hitting one today. Best chance here would be Noel V. Marte, Austin Hayes, but also, yeah, there's good home run weather here in Cincinnati, so it shouldn't take too much. Shouldn't take too much. Any good MLs? You can look through it, I guess, but at this time of year, I'm not a huge fan of MLs. Andy Gert, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. Tigers first inning. I think first innings are kind of a trap. I think Nerfy's a trap. The book has unlimited data. The book has, they know exactly what pitcher is facing what batters. They can script it out. They can model it out better than anybody in that situation. So you're never really going to get a good price on a first inning Nerfy. In this case, I have it with a 52% chance. So, but yeah. You're seeing a 14% for Oviedo and the ballpark giving another 18% boost. 14% what? The ballpark does have an 18% boost. Chance of giving up a homer. Oh, I see what you're saying. I've been projected to give up just under a home run. But once again, it's not just about is he going to give up a home run or is he not going to give up a home run. Is there also a data point that says there's a batter that's in a good spot for that to be the guy who gets a home run? Right now, there's no data that supports it. Will there be a home run? I mean, probably. There's more. If you add up all of these probabilities, 7 plus 4 plus 8 plus 11 plus 12 plus 8 plus 3 plus 9 plus 6, yeah, it's more likely than not that somebody on this team will hit a home run. But there's no data that supports any single player being a good play. So we go over all the MLs. I already did, man. I already did. I'm not going to go through and price shop them all out again, but there's only a few games that actually mattered today. So, like the Cubs, they matter. So the Cubs to win is not bad. The Dodgers, that matters. I think that's not terrible. What other team matters, really? Tigers are terrible value, but that game matters. Same with the Reds. I mean, I think the Pirates are better off playing spoiler, and I think the Red Sox are better off playing spoiler on the Jays. Like this Rays-Orioles game, it doesn't matter. There's no outcome here that matters for either team. So at that point, when they have nothing to play for, very difficult to want to put any sort of coin on that. Personally, if there's nothing to play for in this game, why would you care? So there's only like 3 games that actually matter today, and there's only a little bit of value in any of them. So yeah, batters in the Braves game, Brewer game. We got a debut pitcher, Bruce Zimmerman. So there's not really too much we can look at for that one. For the Braves against Brad Lord, I mean, Acuna looks decent, 17% chance at a home run, good pitch mix. It's really Acuna and Matt Olson are the only 2 guys. I guess Profar is okay too, but Acuna and Olson are really the only 2 guys that look all right from the data perspective. Mainly it'd be Acuna. So yeah, I would really just if Tim Tron, if you're gonna be looking at MLs today, like really, there's only a couple games that matter. I'll tell you which ones matter: Tigers, Guardians, Reds, Pirates, only for the Reds. Yankees, White Sox, only for the Yankees. Phillies, Marlins, really only for the Phillies, but this, I mean, kind of matters. Jays, Red Sox, only for the Jays. Mets, Cubs, matters for both. So this is another one. So this is the second game that matters for both teams. Dodgers, D-backs, matters for both teams. So those are the only games that really have significant meaning between both teams. Other than that, you got some, like, I guess one team has something to play for a little bit here. So like the Phillies kind of have, like, you know, a slight chance at the 1 seed. The Reds, that matters a lot for them for that last wild card spot. Blue Jays, you know, they have a slight chance of losing the 1 seed, so they got to win that game. Rangers, I mean, you could argue it matters for them, but they're 5 games back. Like, there's probably no chance they make the playoffs. But they'll be trying to win this game. Same with the Royals. Brewers, yeah, they got to, quote-unquote, win this game to keep the 1 seed. It's about it. Cardinals, technically. Astros, technically, but not really going to make the playoffs and pretty much already in. So, yeah, there's really just not a whole lot going on. It's the end of the year, man. We got to wait for playoffs, so just kind of have fun with it today. I would say just kind of have fun with it today. Player props. I'm going to go over these strikeout props, then I'm going to go eat lunch. So, appreciate y'all for joining. Drop a follow if you haven't yet. I go live all the time, and I post a lot of content on TikTok. So, make sure you drop a follow if you have not followed yet on TikTok. Strikeouts today, these are the top guys. I look for the green matchups. So yeah. Appreciate those follows coming in. Appreciate it. Best 2-man for home run. I'm just going to ride with the chalk guys today. It's Dinger Tuesday. Guys who have the best matchups are like Cal Raleigh and Ohtani and Judge today, realistically. Schwarber. So that's what I'm going to ride with. There are some guys who look good too. Longer shots, but Pepe will walk at least one person today. Probably. I mean, see what his walk rate is on the year. 9%. Yeah. He should probably walk at least one person today. So, but yeah, there are some other good guys for home runs: Stanton, Moniak, Buxton, Lowe. But I'm just gonna ride with the chalk guys today. All right, peace out, y'all.